Hello everyone, how are you guys doing today? Welcome back to another episode reaction to Doctor Who. This is Haarute, my name is Matt. Hello. I am very happy to say those words finally, even though I technically said them last week. So in case you didn't know, I watched a mini short special thing that I did for Children in Need where was essentially the first appearance of the 14th Doctor on screen that wasn't just a cliffhanger, and it was just like a little funny thing, but it was really good. But now we're watching a full episode. This is the first full episode of the 14th Doctor, which is David Tennant again. God, I've been so excited for this for many reasons, and I mentioned them before. I mentioned them last week, and I mentioned them a year ago when I watched Power of the Doctor, which, if you hadn't seen my reaction to Power of the Doctor, watch it because I actually really popped off during it. I really enjoyed that episode. But anyway, we're getting the 14th Doctor now, which is David Tennant again, which is wild. But we're gonna be getting him for, I think, 3 specials, and I actually thought the specials would be coming out more spaced out. You know, we're near Christmas, we're near New Year's, so I thought they maybe would come out at that time, like end of time. Yeah, no, fuck that. What we're doing instead is that we're getting an episode this week, an episode next week, and an episode the week after that. So it's gonna be 3 weeks in a row of Doctor Who, of David Tennant, Russell T Davies, Catherine Tate, Doctor Who. I'm so excited for this shit, you guys. So I'm watching this episode on the day it came out. It's been a couple hours, but I took a nap, I took a shower, etc., etc. I'm finally have time to record now. But like, I'm so excited for this. Like, we're getting David Tennant again, which is he's an amazing doctor. Let's not say he's not. He's not my favorite of the new doctors, but he's definitely a lot of people's favorites. And I can look at him and I'm like, yeah, he's really good. Like, he's stuck in David Tennant. He's so good as the doctor. So we're getting him again. We're getting Catherine Tate again, which in case you haven't seen the episode, that's a spoiler that we've been hearing for a year now. Catherine Tate is in it. And in fact, last week I saw like an interview thing where they got David Tennant and Russell T Davies into like a talk show or something. And they asked like, how did this come to be? And they were like, actually it was Catherine Tate. She called David and she was like, hey, we should get the gang back together for like one last ride. And that's awesome. It's awesome that Catherine Tate is the one that started everything. She's back. And Russell T Davies is back. He's the new writer and the new showrunner. He's gonna be running the show for the 15th Doctor Sarah for the Gadwood Doctor, which will be coming up, I guess, in a couple weeks. I don't know when the new season will start, but I'm guessing David's gonna regenerate into him in 2 weeks. I also saw this a couple months ago because they listed all sorts of information for this new episode. And I saw that apparently, I think Rachel Talalay was going to be directing it, which I'm very excited about. I don't actually register a lot of the directors and stuff, people behind the scenes of the Doctor Who universe, but I register Rachel Talalay because she's the one that did Heaven Sent and Hellbent, and I think Death in Heaven and Dark Water, I could be wrong, but she is some of the best fucking Doctor Who directorial shit that anyone has ever done. So very excited. This is an all-star cast. This is the 60-year anniversary. We're getting David Tennant, we're getting Catherine Tate, we're getting Russell T Davies, we're getting everyone back in. And I'm very excited about that. Something else I know is that I think the Celestial Toymaker is going to be in it, which is an antagonist from 1960. So it was season 3. And the reason why I know that is because earlier today I was reading into it. So that would have been like 66, I guess, or 65. And it's actually a serial that is mostly missing. I think only the final episode is available. But yeah, it's such a classic villain that to the point that nobody even knows what the actual episodes look like anymore. I don't really know anything about it. In fact, today I wanted to watch it and then I didn't have the time. I was working editing on an Angel video. But I actually wanted to watch the serial just to like know more about it. But the only thing I know was that as soon as it starts, the Doctor becomes invisible. And it was actually an idea for the person that started writing the episode, because there was actually a lot of production shenanigans with it, that when the Doctor would come out of the invisibility, it would be a different actor. That was the original idea for wanting to phase out William Hartnell as the first Doctor. And that they didn't do that, but that was an idea that floated around for a bit. So that's interesting. The Celestial Homemaker is going to be back, and apparently he's a famous actor that a lot of people immediately identified. I don't know actors, I don't know celebrities. I was like, yeah, sure, that's a guy. I don't even know if he's going to show up in this episode because we have 3 of these. The 60-year anniversary is going to be 3 of these episodes. I'm very excited because I'm actually like, I'm excited for what I do know is coming, which is all the things that I just mentioned. I'm also excited because I don't know what's coming. They could surprise me by just getting, I don't know, anyone in the episode. There's a lot of things they could do. Oh, in this episode, the next one, or the other one, they could just do a bunch of shit. And I actually heard in that interview I mentioned that each of these episodes is gonna be like different. Like, it's not gonna be a three-parter. It's actually gonna be an individual story for each of them, so you can kind of tune in into either of them and enjoy them. And apparently they're also very different from one another, so that's also very exciting for me. Okay, I don't know what else to say. I'm just delaying. I'm very excited for this. Let's just fucking start. Patreon. Check out the Patreon. Link in the description below. You can support the channel, and you can also watch the full-length version for this reaction video, which you're only going to see the cut-down version on YouTube. But if you want to watch the full thing, you can do so over at the Patreon, so check that out. Okay? Let's just begin. Doctor Who, I don't fucking know what the numeration for this one is going to be. It's the season 14. Episode 0. I don't know, because we had 3 episode zeros, I guess. We got 3 specials. Anyway, the first special of the 6th-year anniversary, The Star Beast. Let's go. What if this was blue?
Once upon a time.
Hi.
Once upon a time, Lord.
Clever.
I had a best friend.
Yeah, you did.
And her name was Donna Noble.
Catching the audience up to speed.
Impossible things.
Oh. Straight up getting her.
Now I've got a nice life with a nice fella and a nice house and the most beautiful daughter in the world.
You have a daughter.
But I just think something's missing.
I can never see Donna again. But now this face has come back. Why? I think the story hasn't ended yet.
You're in trouble. This looks so fucking good though. Holy shit. This looks so good though. Okay, this has to be the best intro visually speaking. That looks so good. I hope it stays like that for the 15th Doctor as well. It looks so good. Okay, let's go. By the way, David Tennant's hair was so fucking spiky during that section. Was that Rose's team? It looks so right, you know? I have this warm feeling inside.
Hold on. Let me help.
Oh, cool. And that's
Thank you very much.
Donna right there. Never mind. Goodbye.
Finished playing games, mister. This stuff's not mine, it's hers. Rose!
Is her daughter?
Sorry, Mum, I had to pop
Yeah.
back.
How long has it? Like 2008. Oh, what? Whoa, shit.
I said to him, but he was like, I know better. I said, watch me stack correctly.
I love Donna. Unmoved.
Trouble.
Mum, look, it's a spaceship. Yes, there's a spaceship crashing over London right now. You are worse than your great-granddad.
Oh, Granddad.
There you go. Perfectly stacked.
Does not care.
How do you always manage to miss everything? Because I've got better things to do. Nice to meet you, skinny man. You can wear a suit that tight up to the age of 35 and no further.
Aww. Oh, it's the same actor. Is the husband.
Grandmaster of the knowledge.
Grandmaster of the knowledge. Grandmaster. It's fine. Yeah. It's been a couple hours.
I know that friend of yours, Neris.
Oh, Norris, how is she?
She's fine.
After the accident.
She's not fine.
It's her
Oh.
fault.
She's been fine.
Oh
She
my
was
god.
saying
I
so
kind of remember
She's
Neris.
on a temple now.
No, she refused to be Noble Temple.
Yeah.
Says it sounds like
An
an
old ruin.
That's her.
He said that, didn't he? I think he said that back in the day.
Didn't you win the lottery?
Norris and her big mouth. It's supposed to be a secret. Donna gave it all away. To charity, every single penny.
Aw.
Do I complain? No, I do
I mean,
not.
it's kind of cool.
Triple rollover, 166 million quid. Gone.
All of it. I mean, that's kind of true. Why would Donna do that? I know Donna's a good person, but I don't know if Donna Noble would give everything away. Unit? Yeah, okay. Do you think Unit would recognize the Doctor? They know this face. He's worked with them before.
Looking good, Jason. Give us a kiss, Jay boy.
So it's been like 15 years? So is she 15? She looks older. The actress is very older.
Invented them.
Oh, it's the mom! Oh, it's cool that she's back. I know that Wilfred's actor died, so we're probably not gonna see him again. Unless they filmed before that happened, but...
Did you see that spaceship? Was it on the news? No, I didn't. And I won't. And I couldn't.
Yeah, she's keeping it hidden.
You didn't see anything, did you?
No, me, Dumbo.
I miss everything.
I would burn down the world for you, darling. Anyone has a go, I will be there, and I will descend.
I miss Donna. I love Donna.
You have a kid, you think, good, I've got it, that's mine. And then she grows up into this extraordinary, beautiful thing, and you think, where the hell did she come from? How lucky am I? Don't you, Mum?
Oh, yes, definitely.
He used to talk about aliens and UFOs and little green
Oh,
men.
yeah.
Then he never mentioned them.
He would have stopped.
I forgot everything.
It's a long time ago, darling.
There's just this gap.
Okay, so she just has missing time for that year.
Sometimes I think there's something missing. Like I had something lovely and it's gone. And I kind of look to the side like something should be there, but it's not. Some nights I lie in bed thinking, what have I lost?
A bit fell off, like an escape pod.
Oh,
With aliens inside.
that's bad. Also, who is this kid? It's just some neighborhood friend, I guess. This is how the doctor gets involved with the family once more. Ooh.
Meep, meep.
It's a cute little gremlin.
I am the meep.
You can talk.
He can talk, and it's called a Meep.
My name is Rose.
Okay,
I'm a human.
it's adorable.
And
I'm down for it.
I hurt my paw.
You hurt his paw.
But I'm not safe. There are others from the sky.
I hope I can trust this one. I hope it's good. Oh, kid.
Leave him! It is the meat we seek.
Oh, they look kind of goofy. I love it. Oh, cool. He's drawing with the screwdriver. I didn't know he could do that. We never seen him do that. Is that 13 screwdriver? Looks different. It's been a while. I don't remember.
Evening.
Doctor,
Hi.
Shirley Ann Bingham, Unit Scientific Advisor number 56.
Okay.
Oh, I was scientific advisor number 1.
Oh, I know. Why are you hiding away? We're on the same side.
It works best alone. Well, not in teams. Well, no military teams.
I don't know who I am anymore.
Yeah.
You got your old face back.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That's weird.
Because I've got this friend, Donna Noble, and she was my best friend in the whole wide universe. I absolutely love her. Oh, do I say things like that now?
Oh.
I had to wipe her memory to save her life. If she ever remembers me, she will die.
And then I ran into her first thing.
It's like she's drawing us in.
Well, she's making it happen.
No, she's got no idea. And now the universe is turning around her again.
So something interesting I just thought about is how during the 12th Doctor era, the reason why he got the face of Peter Capaldi was... That's fun. I was thinking the reason why Peter Capaldi got that face was because he remembered how he saved Lucius, was that his name, during Pompeii? And he told himself his message, which is save people. So maybe there's a reason why he got David Tennant's face again. And it's something related to David Tennant's era. Is the unit about to get decimated? Oh, he took over them. She has a little keep out shed where she keeps a tiny alien inside and shit.
Please be my friend. Why won't you speak to the little meep? Be my friend. Be my friend.
I'm trying to make a bit of money for Mum and Dad, that's all.
And she makes blushes. Oh,
Have stuffing inside.
that's great.
Hey, you pulled its tummy. I want to go home. The meep is all alone.
I know that feeling. Sometimes I think I'm from a different planet.
Oh, does she
What does
have...
it say?
Is she part-time Lord as well?
Different.
Now you have the meep.
Oh.
Now, have you got anything for recycling?
It's right there.
Oh, that is your best, yeah.
No, I know, but let's go.
That woman from Abu Dhabi who buys your stuff, she'd love that one. I have to say, that is very good handiwork.
And those eyes are amazing. They look so real. They look... What? What the hell?
Yeah, okay. Aliens are happening. I love that soldiers are marching in and you can hear Donna Noble screaming down the street.
How the hell is it talking? Don't look at it. Look away. Right now, it isn't real. Let me in.
Oh my god. Yeah.
We've got a bloody Martian in the shed. You space rat.
Oh, wow, so cute.
He is.
Don't look, it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Skinny man! No, it isn't. No, he's not there. You can't see it. For the love of God, none of this is real.
Hey, Dad's home.
Yeah.
Something smells nice.
Tuna madras.
Meep, meep.
That's fun.
Who the hell are you?
A friend of Neris.
That's it.
Yeah.
Neris.
There is one person missing. I used to know your granddad, Wilf.
He's not with us anymore.
Right. He wasn't young, he was... I love that man.
Oh.
I'm so sorry for your loss.
He's not dead, you idiot.
Oh.
He's in sheltered accommodation. He's 94. He can't manage the stairs.
Sofa came along.
It's amazing. He's got this room, like a cottage and a garden, and it's almost free.
Run by that lot in the middle of town. Unit. This woman in charge, Kate, she says, he's an old soldier. She'll look after him.
Right.
Aw.
Brilliant.
Meep, meep.
Meep, meep.
You're assuming he as a pronoun.
True. Yes, sorry. Good point.
Good point.
My chosen pronoun is the definite article. I am always the meep.
Oh,
Cool.
I do that.
Yeah.
We need to run.
Oh. Well, we're destroyed Donna and Alwa's life again. Oh, it's both forces searching for the Meep with this a third entity here, a third party. This kid is just okay. Holding the Sonic. He created a shield, sort of barrier, and create another one. Now the Sonic can do all sorts of shit. I didn't know.
Come on!
Ooh. Yeah.
Fast as you can.
Meep, meep.
Well, there's a lot of them. This kid is seeing so much shit.
This is a sonic screwdriver. And if it's good at one thing, it's resonating concrete.
Doesn't do wood though.
You're not bad.
No, she doesn't.
Like he really is saying a lot of things for someone who should be keeping his own identity secret. So, okay, this is wild now. We have two separate alien groups trying to get the Meep, and now also unit. This is a war zone. Just a random person's house. Run into the car. Sneaking behind them. I guess those guns don't do anything to glass. I guess those guns just suck. They're not doing anything to that car.
Either we escaped, or we've got things very, very wrong.
What did he sense on that soldier? He sensed something different, something weird.
This court is now in session.
He just pulled that out of somewhere.
No scorch marks. Donna, can you confirm?
Yeah, okay. So maybe they're just not bad. They're not using lethal force.
Apply a mild and harmless neural anesthetic. For the record, my name is Sergeant Zogra.
Hi, Sergeant Zogra.
Constable Street.
Hi, Constable Street.
The only ones out to kill were the soldiers with the swirling eyes.
If I may speak.
Address the court.
Okay.
Until one terrible day, the sun went mad.
The psychedelic sun.
Its radiation mutated all of Meep kind into cruel beasts who live for conquest.
Eyes, that's solar psychedelia.
That's what we saw.
Meep kind died rather than surrender, and now only this one survives. Their leader, the most cruel and despicable of all.
Meep, meep, meep. Now to hell with this. Exhibit C.
I just pull out a gun and shoot you.
Just die, soldiers of the psychedelics. For I am the beep of all.
I am the beep of all the Meeps.
You believed every word I said. You stupid woman with your weird child.
Don't you dare!
Oh, I dare.
No, last minute evidence, me! That thing's gonna...
Well, yep. This fucking Meep. Like, the moment I saw it, I was like, he's too cute to the point that it makes me think that it's deceptive.
So stupid.
No, you're not.
We could be living somewhere far away from here, and you'd be safe for us.
Blaming herself for giving the money away.
Why?
Because there are places out there where people are in danger, and in pain, and fear.
and I could help.
Oh, that's cool.
Just felt like the sort of thing he would do.
He has a fucking throne. Hail to Meep.
Can't fire those engines, not from here. Would extract 5 square miles, the whole of London town, burnt as fuel.
And the start of a new reign of terror. Activate the initializer.
So we have that lady in the wheelchair from Unit. I don't think she was taken, and she should be around here somewhere. So maybe she could help in some way.
Hail to the Meep.
Hail to the Meep.
Evening, boys.
Oh, cool. She's saving us.
Come on.
Right, let's go. That's awesome. Donna's gonna come in. I feel like she's gonna want to help.
I love you, Donna.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Like, even if she doesn't know who that is, this is Donna Noble.
But if the doctor can't save the city, we're all gonna die.
She remembered the name.
I've got to help.
She called him doctor.
Yeah. Well, she's remembering. She's gonna get there by the end of the episode.
No time. Don't move, Donna.
Hell, the boss hot. I love the way that Tennant climbs onto stuff.
Bisecting. Double dagger drive installed and initiated.
Oh, Donna's gonna have to help from the other side. Yeah, she's gonna have to do stuff.
Let me help. No, you can't get involved.
She doesn't want to get her involved.
You can't.
She's already pretty involved, man. Oh, that's bad. That's real bad. We gotta stop it before it spreads too much. Oh, it's spreading. Oh, that's... This kid!
We've run out of time. If there was anything else I could do, but there's only one thing left.
Well, then do it. Hurry up and do it. What are you waiting for?
All that coincidence was heading here to save London from burning. Because you and I can stop this shit. Together. But it will kill you.
She has to remember in order to be the Dr. Donna.
My daughter is down there. It's 9 million people who cares about me.
I do.
Just no one.
No, you are not!
Why does it have to be this?
Westerly. Pelican.
Oh, she has an activation code.
Mexico.
Binary. Binary. Binary.
100. Ignition in 90.
Okay, we're back in.
I gave away my money.
Right, but...
I gave away all my money. I gave it away to be like you. So I could be kind. So I could be nice. 166 million pounds.
Yes, Donna, but destruction of London?
Oh, I'll show you destruction, mate.
That's the Donna I remember. She's wonderful.
I love the booster drive. Infiltrate the plexiglass and shatter fry the positrons. Yes.
Oh, yes!
55 seconds of my life.
Can we do something about this?
Donna Noble is descending.
Ignition reverse.
Why are they connecting back? Okay, can you do something to her? Again, wipe her memory again? Something.
She's safe. You saved her.
Why did this face come back? To say goodbye. Good fun, though.
You were beaten by the Doctor, Donna.
Say her name.
What?
Someone did something. Who is it?
But how? Closing down all psychedelic lightwave emanators and transfer.
She's also a part-time lord. I said that.
Too much power for one person, but you had a child.
It split, so now you're safe.
Is passed down. A shared inheritance.
Oh, the shed. The shed was her memory of the TARDIS.
Exterminate!
Upgrade in progress.
I didn't see a fucking adipose. I would have noticed that.
We're binary.
She's not. Because the doctor's
Male
and female.
And neither. And more.
Cool.
My father would be impressed. I have no higher compliment.
A happy ending for everybody.
I still have my ship, and if I have to explode the engines and rupture this world and damn us all to hell, then I will!
Ejected. Oh my god, Unit has a huge evil-ass tower.
Zogroth and Constable Zreeg gave their lives, along with many soldiers of Earth.
Their names will be included in the litany of crimes as the Meep atones in prison for 10,000 years.
Get meeped, you fuck.
Just wait till I tell the boss.
The boss.
Cryptic. I hate that.
We've still got to fix you two, because the meta crisis might have slowed down, but that thing is wrapped around your cortex.
We know everything. Thanks.
And you know nothing?
Something a male-presenting Time Lord will never understand.
Just let it go.
And we choose to let it go.
You can do that?
How lucky am I?
After all these years, I'm finally me.
Alright. You wanna hang out?
One last trip?
Don't you dare.
She's safe now. I mean, as safe as you can be traveling.
Can I see inside?
No, 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 no.
The moment you do, you're gonna be stuck.
We could go and see Wilf.
I mean it, don't you dare. But imagine his face, Mum. Oh, he would be so happy. All those secrets Grandad kept for years. To see the doctor one last time.
Aww.
Oh, right.
They're both doing puppy eyes to her.
One tiny little trip. That is a promise. Is that all right?
Yeah, of course it is.
A lot of husbands would worry. You know, me in a box with another man.
Yeah. But not him.
Oh, the new TARDIS? We haven't seen it yet. Oh, he hasn't seen it yet either. Whoa. This looks wild. It's like suspended in a second floor. So white and clean. He's having so much fun. Yay! He was changing without even knowing. This brings me so much joy. Oh, and it changes colors when it's traveling and doing stuff. Oh, the purple looks so good here.
Oh, come on.
It's gorgeous!
Yeah, it is. They're yelling like besties, which they are. Oh, I love this.
What about your face?
That is still a good ass question. For you?
Your life?
Yeah, yes.
What's up with it now?
It's brilliant. It's even got a coffee machine.
Careful. So I lost my job. Dropped the coffee in the computer.
I really do remember that. Every second with you.
Oh.
I'm so glad you're back, because it killed me, Donna. It killed me, it killed me, it killed me.
It really did.
Why is it such a big goodbye with you? Because you could visit. With my family. I have tea, dinner, and a laugh. And Rose's school play. Well, maybe not that. She can't act.
You've been given a second chance. You can do things different this time. So why don't you do something completely new and have some friends?
Maybe, yeah.
Here we are. Having a coffee. What's gonna go wrong? Oh my god,
I knew that would happen. I fucking knew it. Because I was like, there's gonna be something that's gonna cause the next episode to happen. It's gonna be Donna dropping the fucking coffee. Yep. Where are we going? It's kind of funny that it dropped a coffee and then it's already fucking exploded.
Anywhere in time and space.
Ah, let's go. The effects for this intro and outro look so good. This is like the best looking Doctor Who intro and outro, I suppose. Ah, that's good. Good stuff. Ah, dude, I'm so happy to getting to see like returning faces like this, and it's making me so happy. Like, I didn't know what to expect from this episode. Part of me was thinking that we would get like a special, like a big special, but this felt more like an episode, and that's better, I think, actually, because, you know, if we would get a big giant special like the 50-year anniversary special, like that was like a full-in movie, and we spent like a lot of things happen in that movie, but this episode really focuses more on Donna and the Doctor meeting up together. Like, we get David Tennant again, and he very much feels like like the 14th Doctor feels a lot that like the 10th Doctor, but also I feel like there's like a little bit of a difference in the sense that maybe he's mellowed out a little bit more. Like he had like a couple comments when he was like, "Oh, I loved her." Wow, I didn't used to say stuff like it. Like it feels like he's aged enough that now he's like a lot more open and in touch with his emotions, which is really cool actually to see, because the 10th Doctor, I feel like he felt a lot of things, but he never actually expressed them, at least not too much. And that's when he would go crazy, when his emotions would overwhelm him, and then he would take over and he would become Time Lord Victorious or some shit. Like that was kind of the thing with the 10th Doctor. This time with the 14th Doctor, it feels like it's that, but better. It's that, but now he's just saying the things that he feels, and he's like, oh wow, I surprised myself. I wouldn't have said that before. I really like that. I really like that for him. It's a really good looking fit. But the main thing of the episode was mostly that. It was just, we get to see a redo of the 10th Doctor and the 14th Doctor hanging out with Donna, who just comes out and we're just on an adventure. And for the majority of it, she doesn't remember, or she's starting to remember slowly, but eventually she ends up remembering because the Doctor triggers it. I don't know if the like activation code he used was based on anything, like you can track down what that means, or it might just be a bunch of random words. But he activated her again, and she became Dr. Donna, and she saved the day. And then her daughter saved the day. And it's funny, I don't know if I said it, I actually don't think I did it, but I thought about exactly what they said the explanation was. I thought about it like earlier in the episode. I was like, what if she's part-time lore? And also, what if her being that saved Donna? Because it passed down from Donna to her, and now it's like shared. And that's exactly what happened. The Doctor goes like, share inheritance. So now Dr. Donna doesn't blow up. So now we just get Donna again. And it's wonderful. Like, the end of the episode really made me feel really, really happy. Because like, we're finally getting a continuation, and it's a good continuation to a story that left us very sad in 2008. Like all the way backwards to 2008, we got to see Donna just forget everything, and it was really sad. It was one of the saddest moments of the RTD era, and the Doctor goes back to his TARDIS soaked in rain, sadly, as Wilfred alludes to him, and it's such a great moment. But now we finally get to see an extension on that, which is she does remember everything, but now because of her daughter, she can retain it for longer. But then also they just have a moment where they go like, actually, we can just give it away. We can just, it's done, and they can just let it go. Like, for some reason they can just do that, and Doctor doesn't realize that they can do that. And like, you can like look back at retroactively and be like, wait, why couldn't she do that before in 2008? And I think obviously it's because it had to go that way for storytelling reasons and for actors and stuff. But even if you want a canonical way to explain it, it's because they didn't have time to think about that. Well, he didn't realize it, and she didn't have time to think about it. She would have died in a couple seconds if the Doctor hadn't erased her memories. So there you go. That's an explanation. So yes, this is fine. And now they both got rid of it. They're no longer part-time lords, I guess. So they don't have to be the Dr. Donna, but they do remember the things that happen about them. I mean, the idea of just letting it go, I feel like it's something I don't get. So now Donna is hanging out, and like, it really so happened to see them at the end. They're talking about like going on an extra journey. The Doctor is like, one last adventure. And Donna's like, I have a daughter. Like, I don't know if I can. And then the Doctor's like, we could go say Will. And then Donna's like, you would love this. And then they just start like looking at each other like, we should go. And then Donna's mom, I'm sorry, I don't remember her name, but she's like, Donna, no. Don't do this again. And the Doctor and Donna looked at her with like puppy eyes, just like, Will would be delighted to see him. And they're just like, and she's like, fine, because they're right. And it's such a thing where like they're just trying to convince her, like, let's go. Like, come on, mom. It would be great. It would be great. One more. And they got into the TARDIS, and this TARDIS looks great, actually. This TARDIS looks amazing. It is interesting because it is like a take on an old TARDIS in the sense that it's all this like clean white, but it's also a new take in the sense that it's not just a floor and a console, which is what it used to be in the past. It's this like giant globe. It's this like suspended in like a second floor. I think that the old like Christopher Eccleston, David Tennant TARDIS also used to be like this, in the sense that I think there used to be a floor below that you could go into. I think the first Matt Smith TARDIS also used to have that. I think the Peter Capaldi one used to go up. I think there was like a subfloor, but it wasn't just a straight up suspended into the, like, there is a fucking bridge from the door to the console. That's kind of cool, actually. I really love that. This TARDIS is something else. I like it a lot. But I like this whole conversation where Doctor and Donna are just talking. They're just talking. They're just being fine. And I like that the Doctor is being open. He's like, I'm really glad you're back because he killed me, Donna. It really did. Like, and I like how Donna is like, why does it have to always be this dramatic with you? Why can't you just like come back for like tea someday? Like, why does it have to be always just like this like giant as like dramatic goodbye of like we'll never see each other again? Like, why can't you just hang out? And I like that Donna's like, even given a second chance with this new face, like we can just hang out like friends. And I was just like, yeah, you know what, maybe I could do that. Maybe you're right. And then Donna just fucking drops the coffee into the console and the TARDIS fucking explodes. I was gonna say, did she do that on purpose or is she just this much of a ditz? And I think she's just a ditz. Like, I'm looking at her face and she's like, oh my god, I did it again. Like, I think that's actually, because for a second I thought maybe she's doing it on purpose because she wants to hang out with the Doctor. She's like, whatever, let the TARDIS take us somewhere. But it's like, no, she just accidentally destroyed the fucking TARDIS again. But anyway, very good. I like getting to see the Doctor and Donna just bonding again, and it really feel like, the reason why I feel so good is because it is a meeting back of two friends who really like cared and loved one another back in the day, and for circumstances they had to leave each other behind. And you know that both of them really wanted to stick close to one another. Like, you know that they both really wanted to be with each other, and they had to, for reasons, split, and they did. And now 15 years later, they are hanging out with each other again, and they're having this moment where they're just talking to one another. They're being honest, and they can, like, because even in the circumstance where the Doctor and Donna split, Donna could never remember the Doctor, so the Doctor never told Donna anything. And for the majority of this episode, the Doctor is actually not saying jack shit about him or anything about what's going on to Donna. He's just solving problems in front of Donna. And Donna's like, hey, you're cool, man. And the Doctor's like, yeah. And it just moves on. Until the very end where he just decides to turn her into Dr. Donna again. And I like that Donna in the moment makes the decision of like, I don't care if I die. Like, I have to save my daughter. And we're talking about 9 million people. Like, if I have to do this and it'll cost me my life, then so be it. And it was kind of a sad scene because the Doctor really didn't want to do that, and you could tell he started screaming, which I like when David Tennant screams because he never does that shit. So whenever he screams, it is like that emotional outburst that I said earlier, that he doesn't let that out very much. Now it feels like he's doing that a little bit more, but in this moment he just lets that out. He just screams. I like that Donna is like, no one cares about me, and the Doctor's like, I do. And Donna's like, I'm no one. And the Doctor's like, no. I like that he screams, why does he have to be this? Like, it really reminded me of The End of Time. This is my reward. It's not fair. It feels like, and there's even like a glass between the two of them. It really reminded me of that moment, and maybe it's intended. But this time, there's a happy ending, and I'm happy about that. And like where I was saying is that this entire episode, the Doctor and Donna weren't really the Doctor and Donna. This is Donna, this is Catherine Tate. But it's not the same Donna that we used to know. And then at the end of the episode, the same Donna that we used to know comes back. And that's what I wanted to see. Right? That's what I wanted. I want these best friends to reunite, and that's actually what happened at the end of the episode, and I'm very, very happy that we did that. I'm very happy that I got to see that again. I love these two. Like, this is one of the best duos in all Doctor Who history, honestly. And like, the reason why Donna was so wonderful back then was because, so first we got Rose, which was a romantic interest for the Doctor. It was a love story with Rose. Then we got Martha, which was the rebound chick, which is sad because Martha was arguably the best out of all of like the Russell T Davies era companions, in the sense that she was so capable and so loyal and so dedicated, and she did so much for everyone, and yet she was the rebound chick. But then Donna comes along, and the reason why Donna is so wonderful is because she doesn't give a shit about the Doctor in any romantic sense. Instead, she gives a shit about the Doctor in a we're best friends sense, but in the real way of being a best friend. Because like even in like classic Doctor Who, and this wasn't the case with every companion in classic Doctor Who, but the majority of them were like, I'm just following the Doctor and I'm just being the Doctor's assistant, or I'm being a damsel in distress. Like that's something that happened a lot in classic Doctor Who, which is also kind of why I really like Ace, because Ace pulls out a baseball bat and starts going to town on some Daleks, and it's like hell yeah. And it's not that we didn't get to see that a lot with Rose and Martha, because again, Martha did so much, Rose did too. But Donna was your friend that you hang out with after like school. It's like she came over to the Doctor's house and then they just started eating garbage together and they're watching shitty shows, and she just starts making noises and laughing at the screen. And it's this thing where like they were best friends. They were just yelling and screaming at each other, and they were laughing together, and they're doing stuff together, and it was wonderful. And it was such a wonderful relationship between the two of them that had nothing to do with any kind of romance. And it was great because of it. More so than any other companion that I can remember, it feels like Donna was the Doctor's best friend. Like the only thing that I can think about like what you could consider to be the Doctor's best friend is like the Master, and even that is a very complicated relationship. With Donna, it feels like your best friend that you know that you when you're like 17 years old and you're both just like getting fucked up together, like that shit. Donna was wonderful because of it, and I'm so glad that now she's not only back, but like they are both of themselves again together. And not only that, but they're like aged, and not just physically, but emotionally. Like the 14th Doctor feels, again, I mentioned it earlier, but it feels like he's 10 but aged up, in the sense that as you get older, you start to look back at things more. You have more experiences to draw from, and you have more emotions. And it feels like the 14th Doctor here is having that, in the sense that he's experiencing things and he's just saying what he feels, and he's expressing himself a lot more. And there was a moment where he just said like, that's weird, I didn't used to do that before. It's like it's new to him how much he's changed. He's not just changed, he's mature. He's emotionally matured, which honestly kind of was the 10th Doctor's like weakest point, is his emotional instability, in the sense that he bottles shit up and then it comes in an outburst. But now he's just expressing how much he loves people and stuff. And it is wonderful to see. And Donna comes in and she's just good old Donna. She's as wonderful as she's always been. And I love Donna very much. She's coming along for more adventures. And we're gonna get 3 episodes of this. We already watched 1, and I'm already sad that we're a third of the way through. I'm kind of hoping we're gonna get to see more than 3. But I think 3 is gonna be it. Ah, man. I'm so happy, and I'm very excited for next week already. The first thing Russell T Davies does upon returning is grabbing a beloved returning character and making her daughter a canonical non-binary character, and also making that a big plot point of the episode. And you know what? I'm all for it. Go off, King. I knew that Russell T Davies was going to come in swinging, and I was actually kind of excited for that. It was just very in your face about it. A little bit. Let's talk about the Meep or whatever. The Meep, the cute little monster, showed up. Like the moment that the Meep showed up, I was like, it's so cute. It's Meep Meep, and he talks like that. It's fun and it's cute. And everyone is pointing out how cute it is, to the point that I started thinking like, it feels like it's gonna be the twist that this thing is fucking evil, because it is so cute, and everyone just goes on about how cute it is that it feels like it's deception, that it's a lie. I like that the Doctor gets goofy, as the 10th Doctor always used to do. He pulls out this fucking wig and he's like, okay, order in the courtroom, okay, audience, and then he starts just questioning everyone about like what's going on, and that's when we find out that the Meep is evil, and this like bug aliens are actually good. I really like the bug aliens, the bug soldiers. Then the twist of the Meep comes in, and let me say something I really loved about this episode as well as everything I just said, is that we got to see the return of Donna's mom and Sean, and also we got to see Rose, not Rose, but a new Rose. And it's a thing where like it's a couple of returning faces. Like Temple Temple, Sean Temple, that's his name. He was such a minor side character in The End of Time. I think he was only in The End of Time, wasn't he? Like, that was the thing. At the End of Time Part 1 is when we see him, and then End of Time Part 2 is when they get married. It's so cool that they brought the actor back to reprise the character, because this makes the world feel really alive in a way. Okay, that was such a like minor character that you could have just not brought him back and it would be like, whatever, who cares? It wasn't a character people cared about, and you could just write some excuse as to why he's not here. But no, they didn't do that. They actually did bring him back. It really helps make the world feel more alive. Things that were once a thing in the universe are continuing to be a thing. I don't know about you, but I might get taken out a little bit of the story if I start to think about like logistics, about like, oh, what actor was available, maybe they weren't, or, you know, we had to pay someone extra, and it's like, we didn't want to do that because the reality is that this character doesn't really matter. We only bring in the character that does matter, which is Donna, and we have her come in, and it's like, no. Instead, we actually did care enough to bring Donna's mom and Sean here. It helps feel like, yes, Donna has been living with these people for the past 15 years. Like, that story has been happening in the background. We just weren't seeing it. This is not just a star return for Donna Noble, Catherine Tate. It's like, no, actually, this is a continuation of a story that we were seeing before, 15 years ago. And I love that Donna is like, you know, like, I always miss stuff. She always misses all the alien shit. Everyone around her keeps talking about aliens and stuff. And it's like, girl, back in the day, there used to be so much alien shit happening. Given she forgot most of it during the height of it, which was the Dalek invasion. But it wasn't during Dalek invasion, during the 13th Doctor's era, yeah, with Jack. And then also, speaking about Jack, nobody ever addresses Torchwood Miracle Day. No one ever addresses Torchwood Miracle Day, to the point that it feels like it's almost not canon. But it's like, if you lived through Miracle Day, which Donna should have, that would be unavoidable to not realize the Miracle Day happened, because Miracle Day lasted for like a year. It was a long time. Anyway, enough about Torchwood. I have hope in my heart that Torchwood could come back in any way in the future, but it is not a lot of hope. I am not expecting it. It is just a hope that I have. Because Russell T Davies is back, and if he wanted to, and if he felt a desire and he felt like it was worth it, you could do it. And I would love to. Torchwood was so good. But anyway, we're not here to talk about Torchwood. We're here to talk about Doctor Who. Let's talk about Donna giving away all her money, because like that was a happy ending that they made for her in The End of Time. It's like, oh, that family is gonna get so much fucking money. But then this episode, it doesn't retcon it, but it essentially gives you the idea that, well, she gave her money away to charity. And it's like, why? And Donna explains at the end of the episode, and for a second I thought that maybe it would be suspicious as to why she did that, because she's Donna Noble. But then Donna just says, like, because I wanted to. She could see that people were in need of help, people were suffering, people were in fear, and she wanted to help people. She wanted to help them, she wanted to do something, because it's what the Doctor would do. And when I heard that, it kind of made me feel like an asshole as to, I doubted you, Donna. Like, I doubted that Donna would ever do such a nice thing, because I was like, I feel like Donna would just keep the money. And then immediately when her memory came back, she was like, I gave my money away for you, you fucker. It's like, oh, you know what? I was right. I feel so vindicated in feeling that, oh, Donna wouldn't do that, because Donna herself comes back and she was like, fuck you. It's your fault that I gave my money away. And it's like, it's great. But it was very heartwarming that she did that. I love Donna Noble. I love having like a crew of like people walking around with in this episode. It wasn't just Donna, it was like her whole family. And let's talk about like Wilfred for a second. Because Wilfred's actor, what was her name? Bernie Cribb, something like that? Bernard Crivens? Yeah, Bernard Crivens. He died in 2022, July 2022. But in this episode, there was mention of him, and it felt like they were essentially saying like, oh, he passed away. But then they actually said like, no, he didn't pass away. He went to live to this retirement home or something. It wasn't a retirement home, actually. Kate Levery Stewart from UNIT came in and she was like, I'm going to take care of this old man. Don't worry about him. And he's living for free in a nice place. And the Doctor's like, oh, that's Kate. She's great. That was awesome. Okay. Like, and it's great because they pointed out the fact that Will meant a lot to the 10th Doctor and now the 14th Doctor. and he kind of wants to see him again. He wants to make sure if he's happy or not, and he's sad that he died, but then he didn't die, and it's like, okay, I could be wrong here, but this feels like, because I know the actor is dead. They could have just killed Will off, but they decided not to do that. Instead, they decided to give Will a happy ending. I feel like this is Will's ending. This is Wilfred's ending. He's just away living happily in a place where Kate is taking care of him. That's it. He's just being taken care of and he's happy. He's just doing fine. And that feels like it is a little bit nicer to do that in the show. We could have had a whole moment where we're just mourn the death of Will. And in a way we kind of did here when during that scene. But then they decided actually he's not dead. Will is just happy there. He's just doing his own thing. You know? So like, even though the actor is dead, Crivens, Mr. Crivens, Bernard Crivens, yeah. Even though the actor is dead, Wilfred is not. And Wilfred will continue to not be dead. They're probably not going to address whether or not he dies or not. He's just away living his best life. And that's great. I love that for him. So I think that was a cool thing that they did here. I'm happy. I'm very happy. This episode was good. It's very good. I love seeing David Tennant. I love seeing Catherine Tate. Let me just say the direction for this episode was wonderful because I mentioned earlier that Rachel Lele is a great director, and I saw it in this episode. It was great. The lines were fun and funny. Characters were just they were doing awesome. All actors were great, and the scoring. There were a couple moments where I feel like I heard remixes or rearrangements of old tracks. Like I feel like I heard Rose's theme a couple times in the episode. So that was great. I think that might be it for this episode. Oh, the intro. Let me just say this new intro fucking slaps. I love this new intro, this new Doctor Who intro. I hope that the 15th Doctor has the same intro. I do hope that. I actually recorded twice and I never published it because it was a nightmare to edit because of copyright. But I actually did years ago a video that was like me reviewing and ranking every single like Doctor Who intro in like a tier list. But in order to do that, I played every intro and YouTube didn't like that. It was like a long video and YouTube didn't like the fact that I was putting the Doctor Who intros in there with the music and the video and the footage and everything. It was like, no, the copyright. And I was like, okay, I guess I can't do this. But it was a video that I had in mind of like ranking every Doctor Who intro. And the thing about this intro that I love is that the previous intro, the 13th Doctor's intro, was the best one visually looking in terms of visual effects. But it was the worst one in terms of creativity. It was literally just like a bunch of like purple sludge. And then the title comes in, and that's that. However, this intro looks like it has the same like visual quality of those visual effects, but it has so much personality and creativity. Like the TARDIS is flying around. You actually do get to see the TARDIS is flying around. There's this like blue like circles in the background. The TARDIS flies through, and behind the TARDIS, then Catherine Tate comes in, and then the TARDIS flies through Catherine Tate and goes into this like blue circle, bursts through a cloud, and then goes in the distance into some like nebula of stars. And then it goes into the vortex, and then the logo comes into the vortex, and it looks like it fits right in like a puzzle piece. Everything in the vortex and everything that we see in the intro, it has so many colors. Like it's blue and it's yellow and it's orange and it's so many things. It's not just black, purple sludge. It's actually a bunch of things happening. I love this intro. I think it is the best looking intro in terms of like visuals. I'm not sure about the song. I would have to listen to it again. I suppose the final thing I can talk about, and I mentioned this earlier, but I didn't want to draw too much attention of it because it's not the point of the episode, but it was enough of a big thing in the episode to warrant talking about it. And it's the fact that Donna's daughter is non-binary, and it's also a big part of the episode. You know what? So I'm wondering two things. One, is the actress, and I was supposed actor, also non-binary? I would have to look that up. And the other thing is, I know that one of David Tennant's kids is also non-binary. And I know that David Tennant is a huge transgender supporter. He was seen around a couple of times with like a pin that said "Protect Trans Kids." And I remember that some headlines took that and ran with it and started spreading some nasty rumors about him. And it's like, fuck all of you. Like, David Tennant has been such a cool guy about a lot of these topics. He's so great. I feel like this being written into the script in a way has to be, for David, it'd be like a little bit hitting close to home. So it's like, this is cool. It's cool that we're doing that. So he's very supportive of that. I'm very excited for the future of this show with Russell T Davies coming in. In a way, this feels like it was so Rose at one point near the end of the episode said, now I can finally be me, like I'm myself or something like that. And what that means in the context of the episode is like she gained her Time Lord abilities or knowledge, and it feels like she's finally like awoken. You know, she was always this, but it was always latent. So now that this came to surface, it feels like she is herself. But what that actually means is that she came to terms with the fact that she's non-binary. But that being expressed through Rose as a forefront thing feels like there is an attempt at making a statement here. And the reason why I say that is because Russell T Davies is a very progressive man, and he is and has always been doing his best in order to change things for the better and express that through his work. I actually made a post on Tumblr and on my YouTube community tab, which said, much like the way a single Dorito could kill a medieval peasant, a single episode of Torchwood 2006 could kill a TikTok team, which is something that I honestly believe. Because now we've entered an era of like commodified representation, in the sense that companies can identify that representation is something that is profitable, because they can sense that the winds of change are coming in and people are starting to become more progressive and change themselves. People are expressing themselves better. And because of that, companies try to profit off of you by using that as a marketing device. However, that is not true representation. That is just a commodified version of it. Russell T Davies, though, he wrote true representation into a lot of his work. And like, if you watch not only early Doctor Who with like Captain Jack, but also all of Torchwood, literally every single aspect of Torchwood, everything about Torchwood, every character in Torchwood is bisexual and is fucking each other, and all of them are fucked up people. All of them are a fuck up mess. They're all making mistakes. They all have like insane, massive faults. And that's what makes them human. That's what makes them people. And it's not just this offhand line about representation. It is part of their identity. And also, they're all very flawed. And that's what makes Torchwood so fucking good. And Russell T Davies in the years since, all of this wasn't like 2006, 2007. Moving forward in time, the world has become a much more hostile place. And Russell T Davies, it feels like now, and the reason why I say this is because 2 months ago or something like that, I remember I looked up Russell T Davies on YouTube and I found like I think it was like an award speech or something. He got an award of sorts and he was giving a speech. And in the middle of his speech, he was like, fuck it, I have a microphone, let me go off. And he just started going off about transgender rights. And I was sitting there watching that and I was like, hell yeah. Like, I love this man. Like, I love Russell Davies, and I love that it feels like in the years since, because the world has become such a hostile place, the way algorithm works, they mind control people into following insane death cults, and now half the world just hates the other half for no reason other than because they're told to, and it sucks. It feels like Russell Davies is coming in here and he's like, fuck it, I am going in. I am going 110% in. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna do it. And that's what I was hoping he would do. When I heard that Russell Davies was coming back, I'm like, hell yeah. I hope he doesn't hold back. I hope he doesn't. I hope the BBC doesn't restrain him. I hope he goes all the way in. And like, I think I saw like casting for the next season of Doctor Who. And I think that they revealed that there's going to be like a drag queen that's going to be like a main character. It's like a famous drag queen that people know. And it's going to be one of the main actors for that season. And I remember I saw that, and there were some people on Twitter seething with rage, as there usually are. And I saw that, and I was like, hell yeah. Those people kind of already left during the Jodie Whittaker era for obvious reasons. Though the thing about the Jodie Whittaker era is that I feel like Chibnall also kind of dropped the ball a little bit with his scripts. But I trust that Russell T Davies is going to do great things for this fucking show. And also for representation. And I'm very excited about that. Hi, I'm recording an extra thing because there is some stuff I would like to add to this episode's discussion because I am a fool. I'm an idiot. Okay, here's what's up. So if you've been following my channel for a while, you'll know that I'm a quite distracted person. Sometimes it's distraction and sometimes it's just me being an idiot and not realizing things. But in the episode, there's a lot of hints you can see even early on to the fact that Rose is transgender. And I did not realize that. Like until the very end when that becomes like a major plot thing. I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. Even early on in the episode, I mean, the biggest clue is the fact that there's a couple of like neighborhood kids to show up and they call her Jason and J-Boy. But the thing is that when that scene happened, I don't remember what I was thinking, but I wasn't thinking about the lines. I was just ignoring that. I was just like, oh, they're like neighborhood bullies or whatever. Like I didn't actually think about what the fuck they were saying and the implication of it. I completely tuned out whatever they said. So that's like your biggest hint. And then later in the episode, Rose talks about, you know, like she's different. The Meep asks if she's lonely. And there's like a really cool scene with Donna where Donna goes, you know, like, I love you and I will descend on anyone who like treats you badly, stuff like that, which is essentially Donna Noble is threatening trans folks, which honestly wasn't on my Doctor Who bingo card, but I'm very glad that it happened. We just have that scene that we can use in the future. But that is something I did not realize because until the end of the episode where the non-binary thing becomes a major point of the episode, that was something that just completely passed by me. I did not realize that because I am an idiot. Because I am a fool. I am very stupid. And the other thing to talk about here is that, I mean, this is something that I could have guessed. And in fact, I mentioned during the episode discussion that I already recorded that maybe Rose's actress was transgender. And it is, in fact, a transgender actress. And the reason why I assumed that might have been the case is because I know Russell T Davies is a cool guy. So he would have given the job to a proper transgender actress. And I have the name right here. It is Yasmin Finney. Who was born in 2003. I am 7 years older than this person. Sorry, whenever I see anyone that was born after year 2000, I'm like, God damn it, I'm old. But anyway, this person, Yasmin Finney, she rocked it. Like, the reason why I say that is because, girl, you passed so well, I did not realize. So great fucking job, Yasmin Finney. But anyway, I wanted to record this because I just have to own up to the fact that I am an idiot. I am someone who just does not realize what is going on in the world sometimes, you know? And I feel like it's something I have to point out. So, yeah, shout outs to Yasmin Finney. Shout outs to the character very clearly being transgender, like right from the get-go. It is not like a thing that comes at the end. It is, no, this is a transgender character. And it is, in fact, like, it makes me think that maybe the character was a trans woman at the first. And then at the end of the episode, they come to terms with it's like, actually, maybe I just go by non-binary. Maybe I feel better in the middle. Or not even in the middle, just outside of the spectrum. Fuck that thing. Let's just not go there anymore. Or whatever. Like, that is not fully elaborated on, but non-binary comes at the end, but the fact that it is a trans woman comes at the beginning. So maybe that is the journey, you know? Maybe that is the journey of exploration of, you know, I was born in one side and then I went to the other side of the spectrum. And then at the end, I'm like, you know what? Fuck that thing. I'm just gonna go whatever. Like, and that's cool. I guess something I could add is that I've heard a lot of like transgender people talking about their experiences and how like they hadn't properly been able to appreciate their gender that they were born as until they were able to look at it from an outsider's perspective. And that's when they gain a different appreciation or a different view on things. And that's really interesting to me, and I can totally see that because, like, I've had a lot of conversation with my best friend who is a binary transmask person, and it's like both labels. And like that's the thing about labels, it's like whatever whatever can just be whatever. But like I've had a lot of conversations about this with my best friend, and like it's interesting because you talk to someone who has had widely different experiences from you, and they're gonna say something like I felt like living as a female was very restrictive, and you can be like, oh, I felt like living as a male was very restrictive, and it's like, well, guess what? They're both true in a way. And the reality is that maybe if you were born as the other one, maybe you would have also hated that experience. So maybe the problem is something more deeply rooted with society, but like that doesn't necessarily invalidate any of your personal choices, because at the end of the day, your experiences are what make you you, and then you figure out what you want to do with yourself in order to make yourself happy. And nobody should be able to like command you to stop doing that or whatever, because at the end of the day, you can do whatever you want with your life. So if the character of Rose wants to go like something more like I was on one side and then the other, and then at the end I'm like, fuck it, middle, or not even middle. I mean, that's the thing about non-binary. Some people that are non-binary, you can ask where they are, and they're like in the middle. And some people can be like more or less to one or the other side. And some people are like, whatever, dude, I am not participating in that whole spectrum. Fuck that shit. Like, I am just doing my own thing. And they're all completely fine, because also non-binary is an umbrella term. Anyway, so this just became a full discussion about gender at the end of this video in audio form only. I'm sorry about that. If you were expecting to just hear me talk about Doctor Who, you should have checked out the moment that this audio started. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about this for a second, because I just felt really bad. I just felt really bad that like there's a lot of moments where Rose essentially shows up as comes out as a transgender woman just on camera. And if you're not paying attention, which I wasn't, because my brain was just thinking about like, man, it's so cool to get Donna back. And the Doctor, oh man, look at all these references. And look at this fucking Meep thing. It's so cute and so dumb looking. I was just so happy with the whole episode that I actually just, some of these things here presented to me were over my head. And that's just, I'm sorry about that. That's just the kind of person I am. I'm an idiot. Because I just look at that scene again, the scene where the bullies show up, and they very clearly imply the nature of Rose's character. And I should have picked up on that. But once again, Yasmin Finney passes really well. So I did not even think about that until the very end of the episode, where I was like, maybe. That's on me. That's on me. I'm sorry. But hey, guess what? We live and learn. We learn, and then we readjust, and then we're like, oh shit, really? Cool. Anyway, so that's this final thing I wanted to add. I don't know what else you can add. I heard, this is just a piece of news that I heard about, that apparently the next 2 stories in this 3 anniversary series of specials, the next 2 are going to be more serious, maybe more fucked up. Like, specifically Russell T Davies said, like, not for children. And I was like, ooh, fucking goddamn, okay. He had to say that ahead of time? All right. So we'll see what happens next week or 2 weeks from now. So yeah, I think that's gonna be it for me with this audio thing. I'm gonna go edit it, and then I'm gonna keep editing the video. It is now 5 a.m. on a Monday, and I'll try to make some progress editing the video, but it will come out whenever it comes out. Okay, thank you so much for tuning in. See you guys next time. Bye. Anyway, that was the first special in the set of 3 specials that we're gonna get for the 16-year anniversary special. A lot of specials in that sentence, but okay, that was the Star Beast. I'm very excited for next week. See you guys then. And if you would like to watch this episode in full length, as well as next one, you can do so over at the Patreon. Check out the link in the description below. Social media, also some cool stuff that I do, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.